This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.
We tested.
Oh, what was that?
And this is my motorhome, the Beast.
We listened. We challenged.
No, that's fine.
We experienced. We travelled. We had fun. We are Motorhome TV. Motorhome TV is brought to you by real enthusiasts. Let's meet two of our great team. Peter started writing about motorhomes when he was a boy of just 14 after his dad brought home their first family campervan, a tiny Fiat that had been traded in at his garage. For the last 18 years, Peter has been editor of What Motorhome magazine and is now also road test editor of MMM, Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine. Peter has driven hundreds of different motorhomes in that time, ancient and modern, minuscule to massive, and is now such a respected expert in the motorhome world that manufacturers ask him to review their prototypes to help identify any potential problems before putting them in the showrooms. Over the years, Peter has motorhomed in Norway, summer and winter, driven through Death Valley, and to the Grand Canyon and Monument Valley in an RV, and also hired a motorhome in the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe. Genevieve is editor of Campervan magazine and comes from a family of campervan fanatics. She has owned a classic campervan for the last 14 years, a 1986 VW T25 that she inherited from her uncle and aunt. True, the heating doesn't work, the wing mirrors fold in at 70 miles an hour, and the sliding door sometimes falls off. But hey-ho, apart from that, it's a real go-anywhere van, and she goes everywhere in it. Truth be told, she's a bit of an adrenaline junkie with a head for heights. In fact, that need for adrenaline drives Genevieve to test campervan and motorhome accessories to the extreme. After all, who else would test a GoPro camera to its limits by jumping out of a plane with one? Or test the waterproof abilities of a pop-up tent by getting the fire brigade to turn their most powerful hose on it. Only Genevieve. There are motorhomes and campervans designed to suit every taste, from single-berth micro campervans to multi-berth family coach builts, and a luxury liner with a garage for your sports car. And if you can't find exactly the model to suit you, then you can always get one made exactly to your specification, like this chap.
My name's Ross Eldridge and this is my motorhome and it's called the Beast. I was living in Australia. I had a caravan and motorhome dealership in Perth. The business was going quite well, so I wanted to build what for myself was the ideal motorhome for travelling in. There were some choice spots in Western Australia, park either on or behind the beach. The water was blue and the sand was white. First thing I did was decided I wanted it on a truck chassis rather than a van so that I could carry more weight, more water, etc. Unimog, which is Mercedes Unimog, are one of the best four-wheel drive truck chassis. So once I'd made that decision, I bought this one off the Australian Army. It was a troop carrier. I'd done a load of scale drawings of exactly the layout I wanted. There's a company in Queensland called SLRV, and they specialise in making caravans and motorhomes in Australia that predominantly spend more time off the tarmac than on it. So it was my designs, which they worked with, but then they had input all the way through with great ideas. Have you thought about doing this? We could do that, etc., etc. The awning here, it was their idea to recess it into the bodywork and lots of other little things like that just to make it nicer. You know, it's not a vehicle for weekends at CL sites, you know, it's a vehicle for living and touring in, and for those purposes it does it really well. The windows you can see on it are all from America, so they're double glazed glass RV windows. And again, we designed them, the sizes and everything specifically for the vehicle, and you can see On the overcab, both sides, it's angled for the front of the vehicle as well, the windows. It could ford 1.2 metres worth of water. The ground clearance on the whole is probably about 400 mil. The truck's got air brakes, but we've also put auxiliary air tanks on it so that we can use air tools, blow the tyres up, etc., all from the vehicle itself. I mean, the list goes on and on. First question everyone always asks is what's the MPG? Roughly between, I'd say, 17 and 20 miles per gallon. I had to relocate back to the UK for my father's health, so I had to manage the final parts of the build and everything from the UK, so that was quite difficult. I shipped it, so people like Mercedes and Toyotas, truck manufacturers ship all their vehicles globally, and I brought this from Brisbane, Southampton, the same route. In Australia, when I was, because before I had this body on it, I had a little slide-on camper on the back of the Unimog, so I used to do a lot of snorkeling and spearfishing, and it was good because you could take it right onto the beach and then go and do that, but can't do so much of that in the UK. I think a lot of people rush into layouts without considering, I mean, anyone can sit outside a motorhome when the weather's good, but if the weather's bad and it's raining for a week and it's terrible, then you've really got to make that layout work inside. And for me, that was always the most important thing. It was always my dream to have, what for me was the ultimate motorhome. So, yeah, it was really my passion.
If you're after something a little smaller and less costly at the pumps than the Beast, then perhaps a campervan, such as this all-new Fairford Plus from British premium manufacturer Auto Sleepers, is more to your tastes.
We're in the Cotswolds today on what is probably going to be the hottest day of the year with a brand new model from Auto Sleepers, the Fairford Plus. Based on an extra long wheelbase Peugeot Boxer window van. So, what exactly do you get in the new Auto Sleeper Fairford Plus? Let's take a look. Well, unusually this is a 4-person campervan. The front Pullman dinette converts into a lengthways double bed measuring 1.90 metres by 1.35 metres. Then at the rear, the seat frames fold up to support a transverse double bed that's 1.88 metres by 1.37 metres max, narrowing to 1.22 metres on the offside. Now, whatever your outdoor activities, sport or hobby is, you might need a bit of weather protection at the back. And in addition to the usual side awning, you get this brand new 2-lay awning over the back doors. The really interesting part of this campervan is at the back, where you've got a very versatile space, a very flexible area that can be used for carrying all sorts of sports gear, outdoor furniture, or you can even have a fitted dog bed. Come on, Arthur, walkies! When you've got the back made up as a bed, you've still got this forward seating area. 2 passenger seat belts on the forward facing seat there, and this rearward facing seat which you can lean up against the back of the driver's seat. My favourite place to sit though is here, back against the wall and looking out at the countryside through the big open sliding door. You wouldn't expect a kitchen of this size in a van of this size. Look, you've got oven and grill, 3 gas burners, pop up 3 main sockets there, fitted wine glasses, plate racks, microwave, three-way fridge, and a cutlery drawer in there. But best of all, look at all this worktop. Opposite the kitchen is the washroom. Tambour door makes access easy, and inside you can slide the basin across over the toilet to give you more room for showering. Shower head clips up here for showering, or down here to act as a tap for the wash basin. The only snag is that if you haven't got it exactly in the right place, it makes all your soap wet rather than going into the basin itself.
If you're new to the motorhome hobby, it can be daunting driving onto a campsite when you've no idea what you're supposed to do. How exactly do you level a motorhome or hook up the electric? Well, here we take the mystery out of it all with these campsite challenges.
Good morning and welcome to Ancaster Woodland Waters in Lincolnshire. We're here for the first of our challenge days. We've got two teams. We've got the orange team and the green team, and they're going to be performing a series of 6 challenges. The orange team are complete newbies to the wonderful world of motorhoming. Whereas the green team have a little bit more experience. So we'll see how they get on with their first challenge. So this week, the challenge is relatively straightforward. We've set up a tricky course of driving cones. All we're going to ask them to do is drive through the course, stick it in reverse, and then reverse back through it. Let's take a look at what they've got to do. So how are you feeling about this one then, guys?
No problem.
Good stuff.
I don't know.
I think we're both very nervous over here.
Right, okay. Well, we'll see how you get on, but we'll get you set up over here, keys in hand, you'll run to the motorhome, one person will stand outside and direct while the other one drives. Let's give it a go. What's the worst that could happen?
Is it on?
It is on, yeah.
It's on, okay, so we can go.
It's on, yeah.
Right, let's take that break off. That's a long old stretch for a shorty, you know. I know. It's a long old stretch for a little one.
Right, nice and steady, darling.
Oh, it's like a workout, isn't it? Right, I feel like I'm going to stall it. Am I going left?
You can go right if you want. Where do you want to go? Careful.
Right, I know what I'm
Try and enjoy.
It's nice and steady around the children. I'm in cones. Yeah, it's not all about speed.
It's not all about speed.
No.
I hope the DVLA don't watch this, you know.
No.
Crossing my arms and everything.
You lose your licence.
Whoa.
Oh, is that a bit too speedy?
No, that's fine.
No, I think I ran one over.
Might have to get tested soon anyway.
Because we're getting on.
Yeah.
Talk about yourself. I'm a good driver. You shouldn't be rude.
In your opinion?
Do you want to see some amazing parking?
I'll be surprised if I see it today, but give it your best shot, darling.
Off.
When we get up there, up to the reversing point, get up as close to the right-hand side as you can, and out as far up as you can to make it nice. And you stalled. Oh, that's just rookie error.
Sure.
Do you want me to get out and check?
Yeah, go out.
Unbelievable.
Am I going straight?
Yep.
Far enough?
Yep.
Right, bugger off.
Charming.
Pull forward like a foot. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. Awesome, right. Now we're going to reverse. You might have to put it in like full lock straight away, yeah?
Okay. Stand somewhere I can
Nice
see you
hard
then.
right down. That's it, excellent.
Be useful.
Keep coming, keep coming. Keep coming. You've got loads of space here. I think you're going to beat the oranges just on accuracy here. Keep coming.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're fine. Go on. Yeah, you missed the cone. Keep going.
What am I doing now? Am I right?
Yeah, you're doing all right. Keep going.
Oh, fine.
6 feet. Come back, keep coming. Stop, stop, stop!
See you after the break when we reveal the winners of the campsite challenge. Get our accessory reviewer to jump out of a plane and head off on a motorhome tour of a lifetime to see the Northern Lights.
This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.
Warner Shows have been organising the largest outdoor motorhome and campervan shows in the UK for 30 years, with 9 locations to choose from, 4 nights of live entertainment with various themes and headline acts, a huge display of new and used vehicles to help you choose the right model for your lifestyle, a vast selection of outdoor leisure accessories and hobby essentials, but most importantly of all, something for everyone.
Visit the motorhome experts at Chelston Motorhomes, Wellington, Somerset. A family-run business that has been delivering motorhomes for over 30 years and have built up an unrivaled reputation for quality and customer service. There's a huge choice of quality pre-inspected new and used motorhomes, and all backed with comprehensive warranties. Come along and view our stock at leisure in relaxed surroundings, or find us online at chelstononline.co.uk or call 01823 662075. We're open 7 days a week.
So, why is MMM Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine? Perhaps because it's been the market leader for 54 years. Maybe because it covers everything a motorhome owner needs to know. Or because it is written by motorhome experts. And it provides great, inspirational travel ideas and has the most in-depth road tests of the latest models. And it answers all your technical queries, as well as keeping you in touch with everything that's going on in the world of motorhomes. No, actually, it's all of these things and more. MMM, Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine. Get your issue of MMM now at pocketmags.com/MMM or in the shops.
If you're looking for motorhome or campervan insurance, then look no further than Shield's Total Insurance, the motorhome specialists. We hold the FIFA Platinum Trusted Service Award for consistently delivering excellence, so you can get all of this. So call us today on 0800 980 7021 or go to shieldtotalinsurance.co.uk/TV to get a quote. Shield Total Insurance. Wherever your motorhome takes you, we've got you covered.
This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.
Welcome back to the Campsite Challenge, where we have a surprising results.
So guys, the driving challenge is complete. I think you've all done a really good job actually. Oranges, how do you think you got on?
Yeah, better than I thought I would.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job. Which were the more difficult parts of the challenge?
I think the reversive, I had Nick's guidance, so that helped.
Yeah, I think Nick did a really good job of reversing you back into the space as well, so well done guys. And Greens, how did you fare?
All right, I think.
Yeah, which were the more difficult parts for you?
The chicane was a bit more difficult, but slow and steady.
Into the race?
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Well, does it? That's the question, isn't it? So, well, let's have a look at the times, because there has to be a winner of the challenge, of course. Oranges, you did it in 3 minutes and 29 seconds, which is actually really quick. And greens, you did it in 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
What?
So you were quite a lot slower, actually. However, you did hit 2 cones, which incurs a time penalty. 30-second time penalty, but you've still won the challenge, so well done, guys. I think you've done really well. I think you've all done a really good job. And that concludes the challenge for this week. So we'll come back next week and we'll find out how we get on then.
Who said experience pays? It just goes to show how easy it is to drive a modern motorhome if newbies can manoeuvre and reverse park one quicker than our experienced motorhomers. Now, kitting your model out with the latest tech is one of the many pleasures of owning a motorhome. But how can you be sure the latest piece of kit is up to the job? Get Geneve to test it.
Hi, this is the Fusion GoPro 360 camera. Now, you've probably heard of GoPro because they make some of the best action cameras that you can buy. It's a 360 camera. That means that you can film everything around you. You've got a camera on the front here and you've got a camera on the back here, so you've got 2 cameras. That's how you're filming everything. It's filming at around 5.2K, which to you and me, that's a lot of pixels, so the quality is obviously outstanding. Thinking about you're on holiday, you're somewhere amazing, you want to share with your friends and family where you are, where they're sitting in the office at a desk on a Monday morning perhaps, you can film everything around you. You can easily you get an app and you get some editing software on there, so you can quickly render your videos, you can edit them, you can upload them to YouTube, Facebook, etc. really quickly. Not only that, you can film underwater. It's up to 5 meters waterproof, so if you're scuba diving or just out for some snorkeling, etc., you can capture all of that again. You can also use it just for photographs. You can take stills from this. Anyway, that's enough of me telling you about everything this camera is capable of and how good it is. I think it's time for me to test it in the real world. Safety reasons, Chris volunteered to take the GoPro as we climbed to 10,000 feet.
A bit nervous? See the hands? Not too bad. That's fine. You're in good hands, you'll be fine.
All the footage you're watching was shot on the GoPro, and I was really impressed with the quality from such a tiny camera. Another key feature was how steady the footage seemed with its inbuilt stabiliser. And this is ideal for all your action shots, whether you're skiing or falling through the air at speeds of 100 miles per hour. Even though the landing was a little rough, the GoPro handled the shot really well.
Okay.
The GoPro Fusion 360, in my opinion, is a great little camera well worth the money.
Touring down through France and Spain to the Med and the Sun is the ultimate European tour for many British motorhomers. But what about crossing the Channel and heading in completely the opposite direction to the Arctic Circle to take in the wonders of the Northern Lights?
Norwegian scenery is perhaps Europe's most spectacular, with deep blue fields and nearly 300 mountain peaks above 2,000 metres. A motorhome trip to Tromsø in midwinter was a bucket list adventure then, despite a drive of over 1,000 miles from the capital Oslo. Touring around Tromsø is a real adventure, and there's so much to see. Everywhere you look, the scenery is spectacular, but a must-do activity around here is dog sledding. Our trip from the Villmark Centre, being pulled across the ice by a pack of huskies, was a real highlight of the trip. This might not be the most obvious place to come in your van, but the area around Tromsø has so much to offer, especially in the winter. Between September and March, if you're lucky, you can experience the natural phenomenon of the Northern Lights, which is something you'll never forget. In this part of Norway, you're over 350 kilometres north of the Arctic Circle. It can be as cold as -25, and everything is covered in snow and ice in midwinter. Norway is one of the places that every motorhomer should go at least once, even though you'll need several days for the 2,038-mile journey from Calais to Tromsø via Copenhagen and Stockholm. Alternatively, there are direct flights to Tromsø from London Gatwick. A motorhome rental for 7 days is available from around £310, including transfers and insurance.
Coming up next week, we meet Tony and Lynn. Peter tests the Mobilvetta Kia P65, and our teams are up against it with our tech challenge.
This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.